Hey, hi everyone. I'm Harriet Madigan and I'm hosting the next webinar, Perspectives on Aging at the Village Canada College. Tell me your name and your age, please.
Okay, so my name is Shubdeep and I'm 20 years old.
So what's so great about being in your 20s right now?
Like, if I talk back, I'm always from my childhood, I've always been fascinated by airplanes. That's why I joined this aircraft technician. And if I just loved it, and for me here, everything is perfect though. That's what I would go with.
It's your dream location,
Yeah,
right?
this is my dream job, what I'm doing right now. Even working in this campus, like when I started my studies, it gave me opportunity to work with Air Canada and work with outside helicopter, like private helicopters that people own. I work there and it's like I'm living my dream life right now.
That's amazing. Wonderful. What would you tell a younger version of yourself?
For me, if I have to tell, just being a little bit more serious how things work, taking things more seriously, but at the same time enjoy what you are doing, and same time for learning more what I have learned, but I expect a little more from myself if I would do though.
You did it over again.
Oh yeah.
So what would be your biggest challenge, do you think, as you grow older?
For me, the biggest challenge is adapting to new things. I always take time to adapt to new things, and that's been the biggest challenge as I migrated from back home to here. It was a challenge, especially in North where weather is pretty up and down. Some days, even in winter, it's someday we have sun, we don't. So that was hard for me to adapt with, but that was the biggest challenge that I ever had in my life though.
Thank you so much. Hi, how
Hi,
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you tell me your full name and your age, please?
My name is Kumar Patel, and I'm 23 now.
33?
23.
23, that's
23.
right. Sorry. What's the gift of being in your 20s right now?
Right now, we get to see the world with a different perspective, and we can dream about a lot of different things because everything is open for us right now.
Lots of room to move and explore and
Yeah.
get a good education, things like that.
Yeah, that's more important right now.
If you could go back and advise your younger self in your teen years, what would you advise yourself to do?
Be more mischievous and explore the world with a different perspective, get to know more things, get some more advice from the people who have already been through the age.
What your life challenges might be as you get older?
So as right now we were having a certain conversation about having a partner in life. So we had a discussion if we start our planning from today. So most of the people tend to get married around 35 or 40. And according to me, it's not a good thing because they cannot have backing for their kids. I want my legacy, my generation to be carried on with a certain backing and different perspective. And they get that by, if they have different views, they can explore more things. And if I am young, I can support them, I can help them with the dreams they have.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a great opportunity, eh? It's not, challenges can be that way. They can be opportunities.
Yeah, there can be.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, you're 20 years old or 22?
Yeah, 24, yeah.
Okay. What's great about being in your 20s right now?
About being in my 20s right now is probably the freedom I have, nothing really tying me down anywhere, and living up here on my own is nice, and stuff like that, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
What advice would you give a younger you?
Oh, a younger me, I'd say live every day to the fullest and do what you want to do, because life's short, so if you want to go do something, go do it, because who
You're
knows
right
if you'll be
on.
able to do it
That's
later
very
on,
wise.
right? Yeah, that's what I would say.
What do you think will be your biggest challenge as you age?
Probably just staying healthy. I think as life gets busy, it's pretty tough to stay going to the gym or being active and stuff like that. So just take care of yourself, because that's what it's all about, right? You want to have a long and happy life, so.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
No problem, thank you.
Hi, Sean. How are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'd like to ask you a few questions about aging. What's it like for you to be in your 20s right now?
It's great right now. Not too many responsibilities, just at school, having fun, good health, exercising. It's good.
Wonderful. You look pretty happy.
Yep, I am.
What advice would you give to a younger you?
Have fun. Don't rush into anything. You have lots of time to make decisions.
Oh, so you think you have all the time in the world? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay. What would you think would be your challenges as you get older?
probably gaining more responsibility, getting a job, working more, kids and a family, just being busier.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, can you tell me your full name and your age, please?
Yes, my name's Kean I'm currently 26 years old.
So, what's great about being your age right now?
Oh, what's great about being my age? It's a good question. I would say the opportunity to kind of grow up, form relationships, have friends, and kind of start trying to build those lifelong roots somewhere. Yeah, still have hopes for the future and all of that.
All those years ahead of you, right?
Yeah,
That's
quite a
good.
few years ahead of me. There's some years behind being 26, so, being in a first year course, it's interesting seeing a lot of 18, 19, 20-year-olds, and I'm kind of quite a bit older, so it's kind of interesting seeing that difference.
Wonderful. So, if you could go back and advise yourself at a younger age, say in your teen years, what would you tell yourself?
In my teen years, one thing I would certainly say to myself would be to not let the difficulty of those dreams and aspirations that I had discouraged me from pursuing them. I spent a lot of years of my life so afraid of doing the things I wanted to do that I wasted years and years of my life doing things I didn't. And that just led me in circles. And then from there, I'd say just seeking good relationships with good people and really try to be happy, try to be joyful, try to get past some of the emotional baggage that especially my teen self dealt with, because that definitely set me back some time in life as well.
You're wise beyond your years, I think.
I appreciate that.
But anyways, what challenges do you see ahead for you?
Some challenges I see ahead, biggest ones for me would be financial, and then education as well. I want to have a good career. I want to be able to have a family. That's my biggest priority is, serving God, trying to have a family, because I'm religious. And, it's a scary world out there. Things are expensive. A lot of jobs don't pay too much, and of course, wanting to have kids in the future that cost money. So, that's, to me, that's kind of the biggest challenge I'm seeing, is trying to get those things in order.
So you're getting your education and working toward having a great life.
Yes, that's the goal.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Full name and your age, please.
So my name is Stephen Mask, and I'm 35.
So what's so great about being 35 these days?
Well, in this course, I find I came in here with a lot of maturity compared to the younger students coming in, and I was able to really focus on what I wanted and the goals that I had to achieve being here. So I found just that I was able to buckle down and study and prioritize schoolwork over, say, whenever you're young, you want to come here and have fun, being your first time in college. So
I guess this isn't the right place to have fun, though, is it?
no, this is very theory intense at the start, and as we've gone farther, classes have been getting smaller, student number-wise anyway.
Yeah. So what kind of advice would you give yourself at a younger age?
A younger age, for myself personally, would be to pay more attention in school and to take things more seriously. So I learned physics at an older age. I would have actually liked to have learned that younger and then maybe started down this career path a lot sooner.
How about challenges? Well, how do you see your challenges as you age?
Challenges as I age, at least in this industry, there is a lot like if you're working on helicopters, you're going to be climbing up and down them quite a bit, and maybe not as quick as the younger guys are to be able to maneuver around the aircraft. So as I get older, I can see that becoming more of a challenge.
So thank you very much. Hi, Daryl.
Hi,
How old are you, Daryl?
36
All
years
right.
young.
Tell me what's great about being in your 30s right now.
I think it's great because you have the adult part of being a human being at this age. So you can do what you want when you want. You are able to go where you want, be where you want. But at the same time, you've got support still in your family. Your parents are hopefully still around. So that is what I would say is probably great about being the age I am, is you can go see the things you want to see, but you can also sit back and learn a little bit more too.
Wonderful. So what advice would you give to a younger Daryl?
I would say to just keep moving forward and don't get caught up on the everyday nitty-gritty things that sometimes can get in our way. That's probably the best advice I would think of as someone that's constantly second thinking my own actions. As an example.
Wonderful. So what challenges do you see ahead of you?
Challenges ahead of me. I think the same that most people are seeing in our day-to-day lives right now. Things are getting more expensive, harder to be able to afford a house even. So those are the things that I think are going to keep getting worse and worse until we do something to try and stop it.
All right. Thanks so much, Daryl.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Carl. How are you today?
Pretty good, thanks. Yourself?
I'm good. Can you tell me your full name and your age, please?
Yeah, Carl David White. I am 36 years old.
What's it like to be in your 30s?
Challenging. I've got kids that are growing up, and my back always hurts.
Oh, dear. And anything else? What's great about being in your 30s?
Well, of course, I'm independent. I own property. I can do whatever I want, whenever I want, more or less. It's got a lot going for it.
Wonderful. And you're also working for Canada?
I am, yep.
Wow.
Yep, been here 5 years.
What advice would you give a younger Carl?
Oh, that is a good question. Honestly, I don't know that I'd change much. I don't know if I would give myself much different advice than how I got through life so far. I don't really have much to complain about. Like I said, I got property. I've got good family structure around me. I can make ends meet quite easily at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't really have much to complain about, honestly.
No,
I don't think I'd change much.
That's great. So what challenges do you see ahead of yourself as you age?
Again, I guess the physical side of things. I put some time into a very physical job before coming here, and I've got arthritis in my entire spine, so it's osteoarthritis, so that's going to catch up with me. But, other than the physical challenges I'm going to have, not too much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Okay. So what's it like being in your 30s?
Well, I'm in my 40s.
Oh, you're in your 40s?
I
Oh.
appreciate that flattery.
Okay.
I will be 41 in April.
Okay.
What's it like?
Yeah.
Well, it's fun. I mean, I'm a mother of 2. I also have parents that are in their 70s and in-laws. So, I would consider myself in that sandwich generation as we've discussed in the past. So having a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old and parents that need a little more assistance and in-laws that need a little more assistance these days. So it has its challenges, but I love motherhood. So there's
Is that the great part of being in your 40s, is watching your children grow up?
Yes, I think so. In my time, I do try my best to make sure I take some time for myself with my friends and activities that I enjoy. But most of my days, my weekends are spent at the rink, going from activity to activity, which I love. I do it for my kids, but I get so much enjoyment seeing them doing what makes them happy.
Right. So what advice would you give a younger you?
A younger me, I would say to live life to the fullest. That's always been my message. I think try not to have regrets. I mean, we're human. We're going to make mistakes along the way, but by making those mistakes, we learn from them and we try and be a better person because of the mistakes we've made, or life experiences, we should call them. So to live without regret, I think is an advice I would give a younger me, because we can't change the past. We can only change the decisions we make in the future. And I think we just have to learn from that. So
wonderful. So what challenges do you see ahead as you age?
Well, I've just on the weekend had some back pain that came out of nowhere. So I think those little aches and pains along the way, also watching my own mother who, just back as well, tweaked it. So I think some of the challenges are going to be making sure that I stay healthy and stay fit, so that those little aches and pains aren't going to catch up to me as I age. So I think being healthy is something to make sure I put at the forefront.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Can you tell me your full name?
Kaya Sabaya.
Say it again, please.
Kaya Sabaya.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Kaya, that's beautiful. Your age, please?
40.
So what's so great about being in your 40s now?
I don't know, not much.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess you're wiser as you get older. Physically, not very good. But, I don't know, wisdom-wise, I guess you get wiser. Yeah, that's as far as I can put it. I don't know if you want specifics or...
You're starting a new career, I imagine.
No, I've worked in aviation for a long time, just in a different country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. That's great. So what would you go back and tell your younger self?
I don't know. It's difficult to say. There isn't really anything specific, I'd say. I'm just trying to think. In a much longer time to think about that. I can't really think of an answer right now.
Okay. There's nothing you would advise yourself as you got older?
No, nothing specific.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you see your challenges as you go forward?
Well, I'd say, because obviously I'm in aviation, maintenance, and it's very physically intensive. So obviously I'm a bit older, I'm going to have to put in a lot more effort to stay fit. So I think that's probably going to be the most challenge. I mean, I've worked in aviation for quite a while, so in terms of knowledge-wise, I don't think I'd have a problem. It's just the physical aspect.
Physical, yes.
I was going to have to put in a bit more effort in that. So
All right.
I think that's pretty much it. I'd say I think that's the most important issue.
Thank you so much. Well, hi, Rhiannon. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Harriet?
I'm just fine. And can you give me your full name and your age, please?
Sure. I'm Rhiannon Buffett, and I'm 41 years old.
All right. So what's great about being in your 40s right now?
Oh, what do they say? 40s is the new 30s. I think, having a family and getting active. I actually I'm trying to snowboard again and realizing, 40 is still an age that you can do things like that, and things are kind of balancing out, and I don't know, life's good.
Feel good, and you got a great smile on your face there, so.
Thank you.
If you could go back and be your own advisor at a younger age, what would you tell yourself?
I don't know, do it all but don't at the same time. There's lots of time to experience everything. You don't have to rush it, but also, get involved and be active and, make sure you take time for yourself.
Last question. What do you think will be your biggest challenge or some challenges as you grow older?
That's a good question. I don't know, figuring out when retirement will be and what that looks like. We have a younger son, so thinking about that timeline, but did you say challenge?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, I don't want to think about loss of people in my life. That's a little scary, but I don't know. I hope that there's not as many challenges. I think about a lot of people living well longer and aging in place and things like that. And that's a bit of my world and work, but, hoping for the best, but then, kind of having the people around me to support me through those hard moments.
That's wonderful. And challenges can sometimes be opportunities too.
Oh, I'm a believer in that for sure.
All right. Thanks so much. Hi, Jackie.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Can you tell me your full name and your age, please?
Okay, my name is Adeze Jackie Okafor. I'm 42 years.
Wow.
Yes.
You definitely don't look 43.
Oh, thank you.
What's great about being in your 40s?
I feel I have more experience, I have more skills, and I respond to events, maybe occurrences, calmly. I don't get too worried about them.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What advice would you give a younger Jackie?
A younger Jackie to spend more time building skills when she's younger, and to pick a good career to go into and work towards that career, because it's going to help her in life. And then to do a lot of volunteering opportunities. Yes, it's really impactful, and she's going to enjoy it, and she will love giving to the society, and they won't be able to pay her back, because this is something that she would enjoy doing. Yes.
Lovely. Do you have any idea of what your challenges will be as you get older? What do you think?
I think I don't like exercising, so I feel that will be a challenge. But working here at the village, I've seen the seniors, they love programming, they love the exercises. That is also teaching me that I need to exercise as I get older.
Yeah, they're influencing you, right?
Yeah, positively. I see how they love living healthily. They are strong. You look at them and you feel like they are seniors, but when you get into an exercise class with them, you won't be able to keep up. So they are very strong. So yes, I'm influenced to live like that and age like that.
Well, thank you so much, Jackie.
Thank you.
Hi, Ziad. I'm going to ask you a few questions about aging, and the first one is, what's great about being your age now, and how old are you?
I'm 44 years old, and what's great about aging is I can really appreciate a lot of things more than before. I'd say everything in life I can really find it more special than before.
Wonderful. Mm-hmm. So the next question is, what advice would you give a younger you?
A younger me would be to not be hasty, take more time, reflect, think about things. Yeah.
Wonderful. What about the challenges you see ahead of you? What do you think will be challenging for you?
Challenging for me would be, I'd say, the ever-changing world and how fast life is going. It's hard to slow down, but it's something we have to do.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Nice to see you, Carrie. Can you give me your full name and your age, please?
Yes, I am Karina Irene Gutierrez Trujillo. I'm 46.
46 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. And you don't look like 46.
Sometimes.
Oh.
Depending on the day, how well I sleep.
What's great about being your age right now?
Well, I have done lots of stuff. My son is 15 now, is not living with me, and I'm come back to my 20s actually.
Okay.
Because I have freedom, I can do whatever I want.
Oh, all right. So you're on your own.
Exactly.
Basically. What advice would you give a younger Carrie?
Well, there are like 2 or 3 opportunities that I let pass. I will write to me in the past. Take it. Don't think a lot about it. Just take it, because you don't know where I'm going to have this opportunity again.
So you say take the risk.
Exactly.
Wonderful. So, what challenges do you see ahead for yourself?
Well, it's not easy. It could be hard to start from scratch in my age because I have had a lot of homes organized in my life.
Okay.
And I get rid of that, and I'm starting here from zero. And I need to build like a web with people who had similar interests like me, who likes the same things. To build that in a few time or in a new complete environment, it could be some challenges sometimes.
Yeah, but if you're already ready to take risks, I know that
Yes.
you're going to be successful. Good for you.
Thank
Good
you.
for you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much, Harriet.
Hi, Jamie. How are you today?
I'm well, yourself?
I'm good. Can you tell me your full name and your age, please?
My name is James Stiller. I'll be 50 in July.
Ooh, right at the end of 40s, eh?
Yep.
Okay, can you tell us what's great about being your age right now?
I think what's great about being my age right now is just the access that I have to everybody through my work and my involvement with the Village Project. And just the access to that level of fitness, I think, is probably the best thing for being my age going forward.
Wonderful. What advice would you give to a younger Jamie?
Oh, it's a tough one. I would tell a younger me to look forward more to, growing older and not getting so caught up in the things that, 20-year-olds kind of do and to invest in yourself early. So things are a lot easier when you're 50.
Wonderful. Okay, what challenges do you see ahead of you?
Challenges for myself, I think I see are just maintaining the energy levels that I want to do the things that, that I enjoy to do. So it's always a little bit of a challenge, but I think that's the biggest challenge.
An invitation to stay fit, eh?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Okay, hi, Patty.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can you give me your full name and your age, please?
Patty Stencil, and I'll say that I'm in my 50s.
Wonderful. Okay, so what's great about being in your 50s? What do you think?
That is a question that's kind of hard to answer right at the moment. I've been helping with I'm in the sandwich generation, so I have a young daughter in her 20s, and then I have an aunt and uncle that I help with here. So I guess in my 50s, it's nice because I'm probably able to relate a little better to my parents. But I find working at the college helps keep me young. So it's work kind of balances out my home life right now and keeps me young at work, but I feel a little older at home.
Okay, so if you could go back and advise yourself in your younger years, what kind of advice would you give yourself?
One, I had saved money better. And I probably would have invested it a lot better when I was younger.
Yeah.
And bought property on Manitoulin Island like I should have when we were younger. But, you think you have all the time in the world.
That's true. So as you get older now, what do you think your challenges are going to be?
Challenges. Well, watching the older parents and aunts and uncles, probably we will eventually have to get out of our house. We won't be able to do all of our stairs. If we're like my mom, who is probably going to end up in a wheelchair shortly.
Oh, geez.
So probably have a house that doesn't have stairs. Getting closer to retiring and making sure that we have everything in place for that. And what I need to get some hobbies in place before I ever think of retiring.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'd be looking at right about now.
Okay, thank you so much.
It was very nice to meet you.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
Always nice to see you, Harriet.
Can you give me your full name and the generation you represent?
My full name is John Davis, and I am over 50.
All right. What's great about being in your 50s right now?
Well, there's lots to be thankful for, I guess. Yeah, I feel that, I'm still, I guess we're only as old as we feel. And I think, for myself, I have my physical health, so I'm thankful for that. As far as my age and how that goes, I'm not too,
You feeling comfortable?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so if you could go back a few generations and advise yourself, what would you tell yourself?
I would say listen to my elders, but also follow my dreams as well. Yeah. And possibly, I think they would be the two, for myself personally, definitely, I think they would be the two things that I would definitely remind myself to do more often.
So, last question.
Okay.
What do you see as your challenges as you grow older, or even opportunities they could be?
I think opportunities are still, at my age, or for anyone who wants to get involved, are endless. There's always, for myself, I'm a passionate volunteer, and I love doing community volunteering, and regardless of anyone's age, there's always room for that.
Any challenges that you can think of?
Well, there are lots of challenges, but yeah, I try not to focus too much on challenges and just try to stay focused on the positives. There's lots of uncertainty in life, just with lots of dynamics. So yeah, just trying to stay positive. It's too easy to get caught in the negative, I think. So yeah, just trying to stay on the positive side of things. So
Great, thank you.
So full name is Shinda Merce, and I just turned 52 last week.
Okay, so what's great about being in your 50s?
I love aging, first of all. Somebody joked and said, happy 30th on my birthday, and I was like, oh, please, I never want to go back there. I am very happy with every year that I gain. So my overall perspective on aging is that it's a blessing. It's a gift to age, and all the experiences with aging, I wouldn't give them up. And so for me, I think it's a great process.
Wonderful. What advice would you give to yourself, a younger you?
I think don't try to rush. Like you always are trying to rush to the next milestone, like rush your life. I can't wait till I drive. I can't wait till I graduate. I can't wait for all these other things to happen. And my big advice would be just be in today. Just like enjoy the today and the people right there and stop wishing your life away.
So what do you see as some challenges you might be facing as you get older?
So for me personally, I am blessed to have children, grandchildren. My mom is still alive, and so you hear of sandwich generation. I'm like club sandwich generation, because in any given weekend I'm like supporting grandchildren, helping kids, but also I have my mom, and so the challenge for me, and then I also work still full time, as you can see.
Yes.
Still working, and so my challenge is to balance those things well, and the part of caring for my family isn't a burden.
Right.
It's a blessing.
Yes.
And so how to behave in that way, that it's a blessing and not these are not burdens in any way.
Right. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Harriet Madigan, and you are?
Sean Alleyman.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
And what's your generation or your age, whatever you'd like to say?
I am 55 years old.
55. All right. So what's great about being 55?
What's great about 55? I don't know. 55's a new 20?
All right. Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of lessons learned along the way. I still feel like a kid, and I can implement those lessons that I've learned moving forward.
And still feel young.
That's absolutely.
Wonderful. I can tell by your smile. That's wonderful. If you could go back and advise your younger self, maybe in your 20s, what would you tell yourself?
What would I tell myself? Do I have to be honest?
Sure.
What would I tell myself? Smarten up and stop fooling around and get with life and not fool around a lot and be more serious a little bit about my future.
Good for you. Thank you for being so honest.
Yeah.
What do you see your challenges as you grow older? What do you see, or opportunities?
Oh, opportunity. Well, there's so many opportunities now. Like my partner that wouldn't want to come on here. We started out in carpentry, then we became iron workers and supervisors and welders and fitters in the fitting industry. What was the question again?
What are your challenges or opportunities? Because they can be the same.
So the opportunities now, like with all that experience, right? There's so much more opportunity out there. When I retire, I can, which is not far off.
Yeah.
I could get into all that, the carpentry, all that stuff that I can lean on and do and make money off of that because there's such a shortage.
Yes.
In retirement with I guess I would see opportunities, as well as I guess that's probably one of the bigger opportunities that I would have.
Any challenges that you can think of?
Challenges like moving forward,
Yeah.
coming up. Well, my dad passed away about 5 years ago, and the healthcare system wasn't very kind to my father in the hospital. And now that I see the exodus out of policing and teaching and the hospital, my concerns are I'm going to be leaning on that system soon, and I'm not sure what kind of healthcare I'm going to get. So I'm kind of, that's one of my concerns. Looking forward. Hopefully that changes, but it's not looking good.
Well, stay healthy.
Stay healthy, for
That's
sure.
right.
That's my wife. My wife is making me stay healthy.
Oh,
She's
that's
really
good.
good at that. So,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Say your first name and last name, please.
David Jones.
And your age?
65.
65. What's great about being your age right now?
I've never been more relaxed and carefree feels great.
What advice would you give a younger you, Dave?
Really concentrate on your health because it's the most important thing you've got. Without your health, you don't have anything. And getting older, your health becomes more and more important.
Right. So what do you see as your challenges as you get older now?
Again, maintaining health. That's why I'm here exercising with everyone, because that's the most important thing, is just to stay healthy and keep as healthy as I can.
Thanks so much. Hi, Lindsay. How are you today?
Hi, Harriet. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Can you give us your full name and your age, please?
My name is Lindsay Furlong, and I'm a proud 67 years old.
Well, I'm going to ask you some questions about aging. What's it like to be in your 60s? What's great about it?
I love being in my 60s. I'm much more relaxed, and I can enjoy things a lot more than when I was younger and working a full-time job and raising children at the same time. So, yeah, I really enjoy being in my 60s.
Wonderful. What advice would you give to a younger Lindsay?
That is the most interesting question. I was thinking about it, and I don't really have a firm answer because I learn as I go along. So I think it would be just to be open to all the opportunities that you have when you're younger and enjoy them. And then when you get older, you know what the directions are that you really want to focus on.
Wonderful. Do you see any challenges ahead for you?
Yes, I do. I'm in a fairly large house right now, and I'm an empty nester. So I wander around and I look at all my memories and my nostalgia, and I know that I'm going to have to downsize, and that is emotional and also challenging. So that's the first thing that I'll be looking at.
That's good to know. And so you're going to be adjusting and trying to find your way through that.
Yes, living on my own in a smaller house and having to dispose of some of the things that have meant a lot to me, because it'll be a much smaller place that I'll be going to.
I hear you. Thank you.
Oh, you're
Thanks
welcome.
So much. I'm Harriet Madigan, and you are?
Candace T.
Candace T. And how old are you, Candace?
I'm going to be 70 soon. April 30th, as a matter of fact.
69. So what's great about being in your 60s? Because you're still there.
Well, I like the freedoms that we have in this country anyway, and the supports financially, and it's nice that I can still work. I still have that freedom. I didn't have to retire at 65. That's a plus.
Wonderful. So if you could go back and advise yourself in your younger years, what would you tell yourself?
I just live without regret. I spent a lot of time in self-pity in my past, and just put your big girl panties on and risk.
That's lovely. Thank you.
Yeah. Without regret.
Without regret, eh?
Yeah.
Do you have any challenges that you can foresee in the future as you get older?
Not at this point. I see my mother at 92 and the challenges she's facing. That's 23 years from now. But like my mother has 4 children to help out. I only have 1. I guess that would be a challenge. That'd be a big strain on her if
something happens.
If there was a major health issue, but I don't foresee that at this point in time.
It looks like you're keeping yourself in good shape.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time. Hi, Vince.
Hi.
Can you tell me your full name and your age, please?
Vince Boissonneau, and I'm 70 years old.
Wonderful. So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about aging. And the first one is, what's great about being your age right now?
At this point in time, the way life is going, I don't think I'd want to repeat going through adolescence and being a young adult with the economy the way it is. So growing old makes life a bit easier.
Wonderful. Do you feel like you've got more opportunities or?
Some. I mean, you create your own, and I, pretty well being retired from the career I had, I can certainly dwell and do anything, so I work here part-time during the year, so I guess that's the best way I can explain
you
that.
enjoy it, I can tell.
Yes, very much so.
Wonderful. If you could go back and advise your younger self, what would you tell yourself?
Go to school. Complete my education. That would be the one thing, probably the most primary thing that I can think of.
So do you have any thoughts on what your challenges will be as you grow older?
The only challenge I can think of growing older is just, again, I hate to dwell on the economy, but just making sure then hopefully that I've been able to save enough money and just so I can keep surviving and living adequately, and
comfortably.
Comfortably, yeah, that's a good word.
Okay. All right, thanks so much. Thank you, Vince.
You're welcome.
Hi, Henry. Can you say your first name and your age, please?
Henry DeRuiter, and I'm 72.
All right. So what's so great about being in that decade, in the 70s?
You get to hang out with your grandkids and family, and you're not worried about work. And I keep pretty busy.
Yeah.
I'm always have something on the go. I don't sit around and watch TV a lot, but I do come for exercise here, and that's all good,
Wonderful. So if you could advise a younger Henry, what would you tell him?
Keep on doing what you're doing, like being active and, not sit around too much. Some people just like to relax too much, but, I can't do that.
Can you see any challenges or opportunities as you get older?
No, I hope not. Like being physically fit, that's what I'm trying to achieve. It keeps you, out of the chair and, doing walking and, exercise.
All right. And what about social connection? Curious what you do.
Well, I have a lot of friends I hang out with, talk to them. I have a lot of family, and we're all pretty busy with each other. Yeah, my family, we contact each other a lot.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Hi. Hi, Harriet.
Can you say your name and say your age, please?
My name is Joan Clark, and I'm 75 years old.
Awesome. What's great about being in the 70s, Joan?
Being in the 70s means your children are kind of settled, they're doing well, you're free to do whatever you want, and life is just very, very good.
Awesome. What advice would you give to a younger Joan?
To a younger Joan, I would say don't stress about things so much. Let things happen. It eventually works itself out.
That's great
Yes.
advice. So what challenges do you see as you grow older, Joan?
I see my mobility and my balance. Even though I exercise, I do everything to work on that. I just see that the body wears out and doesn't want to do what it used to do. I'm not too worried about my health that much. I've got good genes, but I know I will be limited, and when I can't do everything I'm doing now, it will be difficult, but I'm sure I'll find other things that will keep me happy.
And I know you will, Joan. I know you will. Hey, hi, June.
Hi, Harriet.
Can you say your full name, please, and your age?
June Dawn Schiavone. Yes, and I'm going to be 82 on June the 5th of this year.
So what's great about being an octogenarian?
Well, I'm healthy, and I'm lucky that I'm healthy. And I have great people surrounding me, my family and all my Living Fit groups, my nursing friends that I still communicate with and we meet. Plus I've got high school friends that I still get together with. So
That's wonderful.
Anyway, yeah.
So what do you think you would advise your younger self, if you could?
My younger self? Well, I don't know. Maybe be free. Like, don't let people tie you down. I mean, you do have commitments to your family and everything, but take opportunities and go with it.
Wonderful. So what do you see as your challenges as you age, June?
Well, I think my biggest concern is my mental status. And I know that we all, one way or the other, we're all going to decrease our activity level. But I will hopefully have opportunities to continue on. But my biggest thing is my health, but my mental status is what concerns me more than anything, that I would lose control.
Thanks for that honest answer. Thanks so much, June. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
Can you say your full name and your age, please?
Jill Shields. I'm 83 and I'm almost 84 this month.
And you don't look anywhere near
Well,
that
thank
age.
you.
But what a privilege to be an octogenarian.
Yes, yes, I would agree.
What in your view is great about your age right now?
What's great, I think I see different opportunities ahead of me that I didn't see in my younger age, where we're focused on family and in career and that sort of thing. And that's all behind me now. I mean, my children are still here, but you have a little more time to explore yourself and what you can, if you choose, give back, develop new skills, new learnings, give back to the community if that's what you choose to do.
Wonderful. So what advice, Jill, would you give a younger you?
A younger me? To think a little bit more and be prepared for some of the losses that do come with older age. We all expect our physical health will not be maybe as perfect as it was in our younger days, but we can do something about that if we prepare soon enough. But I think it's the losses that you can experience that you don't think about. When you're young, you think you're going to live forever and have your health forever. I can remember a 94-year-old friend of mine who said to me that one of the most difficult things she has found is the loss of her friends. I'm beginning to move into that age group where I'm losing long-time friends. And if you are on your own, and I've been a widow for 20 years now, if you're on your own, when you lose your friends and your support structures, you have to learn to cope with that and to explore new avenues, new pathways to develop your passions or what you'd like to do with the rest of your life.
I think you may have just answered the next question, but what do you see as challenges or opportunities?
Opportunities, I personally, because I live alone, I have more time on my hands to make free choices. When you're younger, your family is your responsibility, your career is your responsibility. And I feel that there are way more choices for me. There are opportunities for learning, which is important to me. Opportunities to increase my health span, because I feel if you can do that, your lifespan will follow. I know genetically you're programmed, and when your time is up, it's up. But I think we can do a lot to maintain our health, and that will promote our lifespan, because there's still lots I want to do. I'm not ready to say goodbye yet.
Thanks so much, Jo.
You're welcome.